All right, but for this, viewers, let's move on and let's get you the global story of the week. And this time we are talking about the shift in the electric vehicle space, because the global electric vehicle story is now entering a new phase, and it's no longer just about growth or competition, but increasingly about policy and geopolitics. Because in a significant development, China has said that it has reached what is called a soft landing with the European Union over the ongoing dispute on electric vehicle tariffs. Now, this signals a possible easing of the tensions between two of the world's largest and most influential auto markets. Now, to understand this better, this dispute actually began back in 2024, when the European Union imposed additional tariffs on electric vehicles imported from China. Now, the concern was that Chinese automakers were benefiting from heavy state subsidies and were undercutting the European players with aggressive pricing. And that move has raised fears of a full-blown EV trade war. But the latest commentary from China's Commerce Minister suggests that both sides are now moving towards a middle ground. Discussions with European auto industry stakeholders appear to have resulted in a more balanced approach, what China describing as soft landing. So what does the new model look like? Instead of removing the tariffs entirely, a more nuanced framework is emerging, and under this, Chinese EV makers could get certain tariff relaxations, but only if they meet specific conditions. Now, these may include maintaining minimum pricing levels and adhering to the volume caps while exporting into Europe as well. But in simple terms, this creates a controlled entry into the market, allowing competition but preventing the extreme price disruption. For the global auto industry, this is a very important shift because Chinese automakers continue to retain access to a key international market, while European players get a degree of protection against a sharp price competition. At the same time, China has also indicated openness to deeper collaboration, including joint innovation efforts with European automakers, and that suggests that the future may not be purely competitive, but also collaborative. So from a consumer standpoint, the impact is more balanced. While the buyers will continue to have access to advanced and competitively built Chinese EVs, prices may not fall sharply because these minimum pricing rules supply could also be moderated due to the volume controls. But the bigger takeaway here is structural. The global EV market is clearly moving from a completely free trade towards what can be called managed trade. Now, the governments are stepping into not just to regulate, but to actively shape how competition plays out. And this is not very different from what we are already seeing in the markets like India, where high import duties and localization policies are designed to strike a balance between protecting domestic industry and allowing global participation. So the bottom line is that this is not the end of the global EV tensions, but a shift of how they are being handled, from outright tariffs to negotiated frameworks. The EV race is now as much about diplomacy and policy as it is about technology and scale. And going ahead, this model could very well become the template of how global EV trade evolves.